Hey family, hey friends. This is Sharon Davis Mincy and this is Davis Mincy Talks. Please be sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, give it 2 thumbs up, however many thumbs it'll allow you to give. Give them. And also make sure you subscribe to my channel in order to get all of the new content that I will be posting as soon as it is posted. You'll get a notification, which I'm sure you already know because I'm sure you've already subscribed to many other channels. So you know what I'm talking about and you know what I need. I am always hoping that, my family and my friends pass this information on, they share it, and they also tell the people that they share with to also like and subscribe. The more subscribers, the better for me. The more likes, the better for me. The better for me, the better for you. More things that I can share with you. On this beautiful Sunday, December the 6th, which is the day before my birthday, because tomorrow's my birthday. Hi. I'll be 42 years old tomorrow. And makeup list and all, I still look good. And I know that I'm not quite looking like I'm 42 years old yet, so I'm really proud of that. I'm proud that God has blessed me enough that all of the things that I have been through in my life don't show up right here. And I know a lot of my friends and a lot of my family members, it's the same thing. Us women and some of the men, honey, we done been through some things, but you wouldn't tell by looking at us. And that is a blessing. But the reason why I wanted to put some content out today was mainly to talk about how happy I am about my birthday coming up. Go Sag. Go Sag. If you're a Sag, do your hands up. Do your hands up. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. And if tomorrow ain't, do it anyway. Go, go, go. Okay. So, anyway, I'm really excited for my birthday. I don't have anything planned. I don't think I will be doing much of anything, but it's okay because I have been on this earth for 42 years. And to me, in 2020, with everything that is going on, all of the racial violence and injustice, all of the gun violence, all of the uncertainty as far as the COVID-19 is concerned, all of the hundreds of thousands of people who have lost their lives just within this year span. It's not even been a full year span, but almost a full year. It's amazing that I am still alive. It's amazing that you are still alive and that your family members are still alive and your friends are still walking around here. And some of you may have lost some friends or family to this terrible virus called COVID. Some of you may have lost family members to racial violence. Some of you may have lost family members to gun violence. I know that I have. And I'm still dealing with the trauma of that every day. And so are the people in my family. So I'm just glad to be here. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed that my husband is here. I'm blessed that my son is here. My mother, my other brother, my nieces and nephews, all my friends that I love and care about are still here. And as far as I know, their family members and friends are still here. So it makes me feel good to know that we're all still kicking it and we're all still alive. And making it to 42, it's a great thing. It really is a great thing. Making it to 42 and being happy about it. Not feeling like, oh gosh, another year. I feel like, oh yes, this is another year, another opportunity for me to be successful, another opportunity for me to plant beautiful and wonderful seeds that will produce a wonderful harvest, another opportunity for me to be closer to God, another year and another opportunity for me to share my wisdom and my experiences with my son, another opportunity to grow closer to my husband. And I don't know if I spoke of this before, but I left my job in July. My job of 6 years. I was with the state for 15 years, 5 years as a temp, 4 years with one agency, and 6 years with another agency. So a total of 15 years, but if you want to be technical, it's 10 merit years. I left for the main reason was to figure out what I was going to do with the rest of my life. And because it had become so toxic for me and the way that I felt in that position, I had been saying for like 2 years, I got to get out of here. I got to go. I love my clients. I love helping them. I love getting them what they need for their children and their families. So I really do miss that aspect of it. But a lot of the other aspects of it kind of brought my spirits down. And I needed to get out of that environment. You know, for some people, it didn't do that. Or some people feel like, you know, I'm so close to the end, I'm going to just ride it out. And I respect that. And if I was that close to the end of my work journey, I would probably have stayed until the end. But I still have a long ways to go. So I still have opportunities where I can choose to go other places and work and finish out if I want to. So that brings me to the fact that I have an interview on this Friday coming up. So I'm really excited about the interview. I will say that when I was scrolling through, let me just go back and say the other reason why I left my job was so that I could take care of my mom on a full-time basis. So I work taking care of her 5 days a week, anywhere from 30 to 35 hours a week. And I get paid to do that, which has allowed me to maintain some form of income. But it has changed the dynamic of my day because I can work different times, different hours, do different things each day, which I love. It gives me more freedom is what I should be saying. But it definitely doesn't pay as much, and it doesn't have the benefits that I still need for my family. So I will be accepting this position if it is meant for me to get in this interview on Friday. And I will still be able to take care of my mother because it would be a part-time position. Or what they consider casual seasonal. I don't know. Some people say, why would you leave a merit to be a casual seasonal? It's more important to me to feel like I'm in a healthy atmosphere, to not feel bogged down with the weight of so many others' issues and problems, and also to deal with an environment that is not conducive to the type of person that I am. You know, I know that no matter where you go to work, if you're not working for yourself in your own company, or your own business venture, or, you know, doing something in the arts or sports or something like that, even in those arenas, you still have hardships and hard times, and you still have to do things that, you know, really don't make you happy. But you're constantly working towards being in a position where you will have something that makes you happy. And that's what I want. I want to be happy when I go to work. I don't want to be like, oh God, when I get up, I got to get ready to go in here. Or be at work like, I can't wait to get out of here. I got to do something. If I don't do something, something is going to happen. And I'd rather leave gracefully than get put out because I snapped. And that was the point that I was getting to, you know, at the job that I was at. There were many good people there that are still there. And that includes supervisors and OAs and just, you know, other caseworkers and accountants. And, you know, there were a lot of good people there. There were also a lot of miserable people there. And a lot of the miserable people, you know, are in positions that were higher than mine. And they didn't always make it easy for us. I'm not going to just say for me. I'm going to say for us. But I fought through it for 6 years, and I think I did pretty damn good. And I was so grateful every day that I had that job. So grateful. Even in the moments when I would be like, oh, I got to get out of here. I had gotten to the point where I would have headaches almost every day for weeks at a time. And I think it was the stress. I really think it was the stress of being in that place. So with that being said, taking care of my mom has been great. I get to spend a lot of time with her, especially at the loss of our brother, her son. She looks forward to me being there. I look forward to going there. We spend a lot of time together laughing and talking and eating and, while I'm cleaning up her little apartment, which is adorable. Washing her clothes, taking her to the grocery stores, going to the stores for her, going to pay bills, paying bills online, showing her how to access and maneuver through different apps and programs on her phone and possibly my laptop at times. But this interview, I'm so excited about it because, like I said, 42 years on Monday. On Friday, I'll be going to this interview. I have a different take on life because I was blessed enough to be able to leave my job and not have to really worry about what we were going to do with the bills. And if I left, then that was going to be it. We would be destitute, struggling. I mean, life has been a struggle for me almost every day of my life. But it's been good. It's been good. My husband wanted me and supported me in taking a chance of leaving my job and not having the same type of income. And he really stepped up and he pretty much takes care of everything. But I don't want to leave the burden on him totally. And I want to be able to help with the bills. But I also like the freedom of knowing that if I don't want to, I don't have to. So that's what makes me going into this interview different than any other interview that I've ever gone into. Because I know when I leave there, if I don't get the job, I'm going to be fine, just like I've been fine. If they don't choose me, then something else will come up, something that is meant for me, something that is better for me, because this might not be it. Even though I'm feeling like it is, God and I have had a conversation. And the conversation pretty much has been, God, you know what's best for me. I can't always hear you clearly. Sometimes you send me signs that smack me in the face, right in the face. And sometimes your signs are very subtle. And I don't know until after the fact that you were sending me a sign. So I asked him to please, if it's meant for me to be there, for me to be there. And I can't be any more simpler, any more straightforward than that. If it's meant for me to be at this job, I'm going to get this job. And I also asked him, or I also told him that I only want to be there if I'm going to be respected, if I'm going to be happy in the position, if I'm going to be able to help people in a way that I need to be able to help them. And I asked him to only let me be there if this job is going to be conducive to me flourishing into something better and greater. I don't need nothing that's going to hold me, bog me down, keep me in one spot, hold me behind, nothing like that. And I know he heard me, and I know that he will follow through as he always does. So even if I were to get the job, or even when I do get the job, if things are not going right, I feel good knowing that no matter what, I can step away from that. That's not a feeling that I always had, because for many years I had to take care of everything, including my husband. And just to be able to feel that security of knowing that if it doesn't work out, honey, I can be like, I'm like Tashina Arnold from Everybody Hates Chris. My husband got 3 jobs. I don't need this job. I feel like that. Now, my husband doesn't have 3 jobs, but he has a job that, allows us to be able to maintain. But, I'm the type of lady, I like to do more than maintain. I like to have a little bit more. So that's pretty much the reason why I'm going back to work. But like I said, it took 42 years, not really 42 years, because I haven't been a grown-up all my life, of course, as we all know. But I started working when I was 14 years old. And I worked every year, except for maybe 1 or 2 in my lifetime that I didn't work. And that was, between the time that, I found out that I was pregnant and the time that I had my son and went back to work. And then there was a time in between like 19 and 20 where I just wanted to play. So I would get jobs, quit jobs, get jobs, quit jobs. I think I did that almost all the way up to the age of 23, which is close to the age when I got pregnant with my son. But there was a time frame where, like I said, between 19 and 20, where I really didn't work at all. And if I did, it was for like a couple weeks, and that was it. It took me having a child to realize that I needed to work every day, every year of every month. Every year of every month. Oh, thank you, Lord, for the way my mind works. Boy, that dyslexia, it'll turn everything around. Every month of every year, I need to work. So, like I said, for 2 years, I have been talking about leaving. I'm wanting to leave my job, but, I didn't want to do it because of this, and I didn't want to do it because of that. I didn't want to do it because I wasn't certain if my husband was going to really do what he said he was going to do and stand by me the way that he has. Now, don't get me wrong. We still have to go through some things. And we fall back into some habits sometimes, but by the grace of God, we have been able to work our way through those. And we still work through them. But I would have to say that 95% of the time, he's on point. He really is. There are a few things that, we've gone through lately that I didn't like or that I didn't appreciate. We talk about it, and he definitely tries to fix it. That's why I love my husband, because he will do anything to make that change, to try to be better for us. So I feel really blessed in that sense. But I'm going to go into this interview on Friday, and I'm going to be transparent. And for many years, I have been in different job skills training. I have done mock interviews. I have taken classes that tell you, you're supposed to put all this emphasis on the great things about yourself, and you're supposed to present yourself in a specific way. And a lot of times when you do that, you are really misrepresenting yourself, or lying, or falsifying who you are, or pretending. And until you're in a space where you don't have to do that, you go ahead and continue to do what you got to do to get that job. I'm not saying don't. But I, by the grace of God, am in a position where I really don't have to do that. So I'm not going to. I'm going to be 100% authentic, 100% transparent. This face that you see sitting here is going to be sitting there in front of them. Now, it will have makeup on it. And I will have a little heel boot on and a dress. And I will be dressed appropriately. So I'm going to look good when I go in there. And I'm going to carry my little folder, and I'm going to have my recommendations, my letters of recommendations, my kudos that I received at my last jobs, all the trainings that I have taken. And I'm going to present that information to them in a very professional manner, but I'm also going to be real. I'm not going to change the tone of my voice. I'm going to answer those questions straightforward. I'm not going to linger on with my responses, because I notice that when I talk too much, I end up putting my foot in my mouth or saying something dumb. And then as soon as it comes out of my mouth, I'm like, oh my God, why did I say that? And the interviewer is sitting across the desk from me saying, oh my gosh, she almost had it until she said that. So I'm not doing that. And from now on, I'm not going to do that. I will never do that again. And like I said, for those of you who are not in a position where you can do that yet, or who are in a position where you need to get something now, today, and it doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it pays you enough to pay your bills and take care of your responsibilities, then you go in there and you do it, honey. You put that mask on, and then when you get the job, you take it off. Do you? I've done it many a times before. So I'm not judging anybody who still has to do it or who was going to do it. And I don't know if a day will come where I need to do it. And I will if I have to. But I'm saying it just feels good that I don't have to. They're really going to get the authentic me. And I'm going to have questions for them at the end because I need answers, because I also need to make sure, just as much as they want to make sure that I'm the right fit for them, I need to make sure that they're the right fit for me. And they're going to know that. I don't know if they're going to like that. Most people do, but there's always that one or two who are so intertwined in their titles, in their pay rate, that when they feel as though someone who doesn't receive the same pay rate and doesn't have the same title carries themselves the same way as they do, in the sense that they are secure and sure of themselves, it can be a little intimidating to the other person on the other side of the table. It can be a little off-putting to them as well. But that's on them. I'm going to be me. And to close the video, you folks, I'm going to ask you to be proud of yourself. Be proud of the things that you have done for yourself thus far. Be proud of the dreams that you have, that you are working towards. And if you aren't working towards them yet, just be proud that you have them and you haven't stopped holding on to them. That you have not let them go. And that every day you try to do a little bit to get closer to it. And if you're not, start. I'm not perfect. My videos are not perfect yet. I don't even know how to edit these videos. But I'm going to figure it out. And hopefully you will figure out what it is you want to do, where it is you want to be. And if you're fine with where you're at, I say you are truly blessed. You are truly, truly blessed. That you are fine where you're at, you're comfortable, you know where you're going, you know what you want to do. I'm trying to get there. I want to be like that. And I'm working on it. So again, I thank you guys for listening to me. I ask you to give me thumbs up. I ask you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And I ask you to share. And when you share, put a little caption with that share that says, please subscribe to my girl, give her a thumbs up, and pass it on. Because that's the only way that I'm going to be able to reach the masses, is if my family and friends put their efforts in as well when it comes to this particular platform. Now, I'm working on other things as well, and they are definitely going to put me on a different platform. I'm just blessed by the best. I hope you guys are blessed, and I hope you stay blessed. I want you to be blessed. I love you all. Don't forget to add a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Maybe in a couple days, maybe tomorrow, maybe a week from now, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month. I don't know, but you'll see me again soon. So I love you, and I'll see you soon.